Good evening and welcome everybody. Welcome to the VIV Business presentation. My name is Brian Dalmano and I am a partner with the company, and it is my privilege and honor to be sharing this business model with you tonight. And again, a little bit about the industry itself. This is something I was exposed to maybe 5 or 6 years ago as I had my construction company and some other companies. And it's this industry of sort of home-based businesses and direct marketing was kind of new for me, but it allowed me to really build something on the side over a period of time that's allowed me to really have some really good options. And it also led me to a lot of good contacts, people like Bob Proctor, people like Richard Damon, people like Robert Kiyosaki, all kinds of people that I've trained with all over the world inside of this space. So what you're going to see here tonight is a business model. It's an online business model, but the industry itself is definitely something that you want to take a look at. And we're going to open up for questions and answers at the end. So VIV is a technology portal. It's an online platform. It's a home-based business. It's like a sort of an eBay store or a Shopify store. And the name VIV means live, right? It's Latin for live. So the tagline is live life better, all right? And I want you to think about companies like Airbnb and Uber. These companies were also technology companies that really revolutionized the industries that we're in. So VIV is a technology company, and we're revolutionizing the way that people get discounts on some very common things. So I want to ask you first and foremost, who do you know that uses electricity, right? Who do you know that uses cell phone, that uses internet, some very core basic things like home security, TV satellite. And this could be your friends and family, it could be small businesses, or it could even be large corporations, right? So what we're doing is revolutionizing this industry. And the fact of the matter is there's over $60 billion a year being overcharged to people like you and I and our friends and family on things like cable and internet and electricity. And same thing with corporations. These bills have been going up and up and up for decades now, and people are really just kind of lulled to sleep about what's going on. And like I said, the fact of the matter is we can negotiate things, right? So VIV is a company where we have a nationwide network of negotiators, right? Where people can upload their bills to our portal or your portal as a distributor. And then the company goes to work negotiating those bills, and we split the savings. So let me kind of show you how this works, right? Everybody's got a cell phone, everybody's got internet, cable, electricity, and it doesn't cost anything to upload these bills. You can operate it off a phone like you can see here, or off a laptop. We just click on the bills that somebody has, upload them to the platform. It takes about 3 minutes. We can take pictures of the bills. It's kind of like dragging and dropping a Facebook picture, right? Or we can download the bills, or we can scan them on our computer. But we get digital copies of the bills. We upload them to the platform, and then our part is done. What happens from there is the professional negotiators take the bills and they go to work on your behalf negotiating the bills. So if we were to lower your phone bill by $50 a month, we're going to bill you $25 a month. If it was a company and we lowered your maybe you had 100, cell phone lines or landlines. If we lowered that by $10,000 a month, we're going to bill you $5,000. So we split the savings. But I want you to understand, we go to work first, and then we only get paid when we save. This type of a business model doesn't exist, where the company does all the work first and we only get paid if we save you, right? And I want to be really, really clear as well that we're not changing services. There's other companies out there that'll switch your provider from AT&T to Verizon. I can save you money, but change your provider. We're not doing that. So we're not asking you to change your provider. We're not lowering your services. As a matter of fact, here's an email, and this is the very next thing that a client would get. All right, dear Lauren, you have savings on your Comcast bill. We saved you over $1,800 in 24 months. You can see here we saved her $80 a month. This is an actual customer of mine. $80 a month. So that means we're going to bill her $40 a month because we saved $80. But she also got it 8 times faster on her internet upgrade and free Netflix, right? So take a look at this. It took her 3 minutes to upload her bills, right? And we're saving $80 a month, billing her $40. So she's netting $40 a month in savings. She got some upgrades here as well. I want you to think about this. People are paying these bills anyway. We're not changing a buying habit. We're not asking them to do anything different. They pay their credit cards every month anyway, right? So there's no resistance here. Here's a small commercial. I think this was about a dozen landlines or something, phone lines, 36-month contract. We saved over $8,000 in 36 months, right? So they're pretty significant if you think about small businesses right now. And again, here is the breakdown for that. But we also do commercial deals too, and I'm going to get into this. We do audits up to 4 years backwards. Here's an example of an audit that we just did where we clawed back over $214,000. That's pretty significant for a small business, right? So 107,000 went to them and 107,000 went to VIV. And out of that portion, we as distributors, we get paid on that. And I'm going to explain how that works. All right, guys, so we have bill auditing and bill negotiations on the platform. Another thing we have on the platform is a discount travel portal. And this is part of what we call a pro membership. So this portal is exactly like Priceline or Expedia, except we have access to the same inventory they do, but we're not paying for marketing and advertising. Right? Between Expedia and Priceline, they spend over $6 billion a year in advertising. We don't spend any of that. Right? So it's a portal. We have access to the same inventory. We can get discount travel on things like cars and cruises and hotels. Up until COVID, I was using this by quite a bit. And this is a $29 a month service that we can sell, or it's part of a pro membership, which is part of a $69 package bundle that most of us have. All right, another thing on the pro membership as a pro member is we have a telemedicine center, right? Medicall, it's telemedicine. It's telephone-based and also Zoom-based like this. And this is good for a family of up to 5 people. If you have prescriptions that you get filled, you don't have to take the day off of work. You don't have co-pays. It's good for even if people aren't living with you, like I said, 5 people in a family. And think about right now what's going on. They're telling you not to come to the hospitals, don't come to the doctors. And they're doing a lot of things via telephone if possible. So again, this is a $29 a month service on its own, or part of a $69 a month pro membership. And there's a bunch of things on the pro membership. I'm just highlighting some of the features. Another thing we have is we're partnered up with a national tax strategy company, and they specialize in small businesses and entrepreneurs and solo entrepreneurs. And what they can do is they can look backwards on 2019, 2018 taxes, and what they are is they're very hyper versed in like 1099 tax strategy. So they find a lot of mistakes that certainly like TurboTax, but even full-blown accountants, even my accountant, who's been doing accounting for a good 25 years, they found almost $30,000 that I've overpaid since 2017 and 2018. So very, very powerful strategy here if you know people that are realtors or contractors or network marketers. It's a $99 sellable item to the public, or it's actually free as a pro member. So you can see a pro member in this company is a very, very valuable thing. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the commercial services we offer. And we have a 3-phase value proposition, right? We have the bill negotiations where we can take the bills that they have, the internet and cell phone, landlines, things like security, trash services, any of these services they have, we can negotiate those bills going forward. And we as distributors, we get paid a monthly residual income on that, right? Which is very, very powerful. And the bigger the company, the bigger the income. The second thing we can do is we can go up to 4 years backwards on all those bills. Things like water and sewer and gas and electric, right? The utilities. And the fact of the matter is about 85% of all companies in America have gotten overcharged some way, shape, or form. So what that means to VIV is we can do these audits for free. We know that 8.5 times out of 10, we're going to find money, which means we're going to get paid. I want you to think about this. Reaching out to a company for free and saying, hey, while things are slow, while you're kind of working at half capacity here, why don't we do an audit for free and go up to 4 years backwards and claw back money that you've already spent for free? Think about how powerful that is. So that's sort of phase 2. And phase 3 of the value proposition for commercial, if you have commercial contacts, is we are partnered with a company called the Madison Energy Group, which has energy efficiency products. And these little guys here, they go on heating and cooling equipment, like air conditioning and heating. And they also go on things like walk-in coolers and freezers. And we're guaranteed to reduce energy costs by 10 to 30%. This company's been in operation for 10 years. They've saved upwards of $100 million documented, right? Documented case studies. And this is why we can guarantee. We don't say that we can maybe save, we can actually guarantee it. And we'll actually do a free pilot program with a company and show them the results before they even have to buy. All right, guys, so you can see with VIV, whether it's residential or commercial, everything is free to the customer. Let us go to work from you. If we find money, we'll split the savings. It's a novel new concept. And here's an example of a deal that went through. As a 117 location gas station convenience store chain. And we saved over $500,000 a year going forward. And it was about a $60,000 commission for the VIV consultant. All right, guys. So everything from 18-year-old college kids with cell phone and internet, all the way to the largest companies in America. We have something for everybody. That's the point here. We don't recommend that you sell everything, but we have something that should be marketable for just about anybody. All right. And the value proposition, if you think about it, is there's millions and millions of people that got laid off at home right now. Well, we have a home-based business that doesn't cost anybody anything, right? To be a customer costs zero. Most companies, they're home-based businesses. It's like, hey, try our products, and it's a few $100s a month. Our proposition is you're already using these things. Let's save you some money. All right. So we're reducing monthly bills, which is in harmony with what's going on. Average of $48,000 back on taxes, right? People could use that money right now. Lower the taxes going forward. We have the home-based medical again, which is definitely in harmony with what's going on now. There'll be less and less people going to doctor's visits and more people doing things over the internet, on video calls and on telephone calls. And then the last thing, guys, I want to highlight here, if you're new to this industry, or even if you're in a different company and you're looking at us for the first time, we are a recession-proof business model because we don't have a product. I want you to think about this. Even in 2006, 7, 8, when people weren't paying their mortgages for 3 years, they did not stop paying their cell phone, their internet, their electricity, because those companies will shut you off. So if you're looking to build a solid book of business over time that keeps paying you month after month after month, our company is very, very appealing for that. All right, guys, so VIV is a business in a box. We're a technology company. We have the best technology in the world as far as network marketing companies go. And we have hyperlinks and affiliate links. We have things for landing pages and click funnels for social media. Very, very high-tech company. So our back office is very, very strong and robust. We don't have a lot of crashes. We don't have a lot of errors on credit cards or things of that nature. And the entire business that you need, the website for the general public and your back office for tracking is $189 startup and $69 a month. So it's very, very reasonable business startup costs compared to most other companies out there. All right, guys, so let me go over the ways we earn here, and then I'm going to open up for any questions you guys have, and we're going to get into a little bit of business training after that. There's 5 ways we earn. We earn upfront money, upfront commissions, everything from $75 for selling a pro membership to $150 fast track bonus for entering your first 10 bills, right? Your first 10 bills when you start this business. And I mean, all the bills could be yours. You might have 3, 4, 5. I know some people have a couple of homes in a business and they enter all the bills that are just their own, and they hit the fast track bonus, pick up an extra $150 plus a residual income, all the way up to what you saw was a $60,000 commission and higher for our commercial services. So we have upfront money in a lot of different ways. The second way we get paid is residual level pay, right? This is a unilevel pay structure, which means we get paid to unlimited width. I could sponsor 5 people. I could sponsor 50 people. I could sponsor 5,000 people over the next 10 years, and I'm going to get paid on all of that. Overrides up to 50% on their business, right? And then as those people are showing other people all over the country, we get paid 6 levels deep in the monthly residual income. So think about realtors, think about electricians and plumbers and tradespeople, people that are working with customers all the time. They could be turning every single one of those customers into a monthly residual income, right? Here's the keys to your new home. By the way, let us lower your energy, your cell phone and your internet. And now you're turning a one-time sale into an every month commission. All right, guys. The third way we get paid is weekly base pay. And this is a rank advanced bonus type of a thing. As you build the book of business, and we can explain how to do that, you start to get into a weekly base pay on top of these other ways that we get paid. And this is much better than getting a one-time bonus, because I would rather get $100 a week for life than a $5,000 one-time bonus. Right, $100 a week is $5,200 a year. Well, times 10 years, it's $50,000. Right, so you're always better off getting a weekly pay raise. And again, this is just one way we get paid. And you can see here, as you're building a book of business, it's $500 a week, $1,000 a week, all the way up to $2,000, $3,000, and $5,000 a week. So I always ask people at this point of the presentation, I mean, this is not a lottery ticket. There's no pressure here. It's a business, right? But let's say you're a nurse, or let's say you're an electrician, and you work your traditional business for the next 10 years. Are you going to have a $5,000 a week guaranteed paycheck whether you're working or not? Never mind getting rich in 12 months or 24 months. I'm saying if you did something, if you work this business 5, 6, 7 hours a week for the next 10 years on the side, and you could build up to a $5,000 a week paycheck, would that be something worth doing? I mean, the 10 years is going to go by one way or another. So you just got to decide if it's the right time in your life to do something. And we teach a 5-hour week business model, so that 10 years from now, you can look back and say, thank God I had the presence of mind during COVID to add this to my portfolio of income. All right, guys, the fourth way we get paid is generation pay, very much like level pay. It's a leadership pay, though. And we start to get paid generations, which could be dozens or even hundreds of levels deep, starting from the pay setter level on. And then the fifth way we get paid is quarterly profit sharing checks. This is actually like a piece of the company. When you start to get into the partner ranks, you get in a pool of 2% profit sharing and another 2% at the executive level. All right, guys. So at this point in the presentation, it's usually people are an A or a B, right? A just means you want to be a customer. You see the value. Doesn't cost anything to upload your bills. There's zero risk. There's only everything to gain. And the average savings for a VIV customer is $1,150. If you upload 3 bills, the average savings currently is $1,150. So if you're not looking to start a business, I would just get with the person who invited you to this and ask them about becoming a customer. It takes about 3 minutes. And some of you might want to just get your feet wet and become a customer and kind of gauge that experience, and that's fine too. Or if you're a B, you want to be your own customer, you see the value, the timing's right, and you want to start a little side business. We're going to open up for Q&A right now to answer your questions on that. And the second half of the trainings on Tuesday night is exactly that. We show the business and then we train. So I'm going to be training you guys tonight on how to get into the visionary circle. So why don't we do this? I'm going to unmute you guys. You get a chance to go ahead and, if you have any questions, just go ahead and unmute yourself, and I'll answer your questions as best as possible.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. Radhika here. I actually have a prospective customer, and he has a question.
Sure.
I wasn't really sure how to answer him. So in terms of the VIV affiliate, which is the non-paying program, and then the consulting, which is the paying program, he wanted to know, can you still get paid from being just an affiliate, or do you have to be a paying consultant to get some money earned?
Yeah, so I mean, as an affiliate, you can make money on entering bills, but that's just one way out of 5 that we get paid. The reason why they have the affiliate section is really more for like companies that already have, let's say, an insurance company with 1,000 existing clients, and they want to kind of add this to their services and upload thousands of clients. Now, somebody could tiptoe in as an affiliate, but it's just a lot harder to really earn any kind of significant money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And in terms of that $10 bonus, is that only for who exactly is that for? The one-time $10 bonus that gets credited to your own payment.
One-time $10 bonus. That sounds like a customer bonus. Is that what you're referring to?
Right. So when you sign somebody up, is it the affiliate, or is it everybody that gets a one-time $10 customer bonus and the person who brought you in as well?
That must be, honestly, that must be part of a promotion that they're running, because I'm not familiar with it. It sounds like it's a customer bonus, maybe if customers refer other ones.
I think it is, Brian, a customer.
Yeah, they run promotions.
$10, yeah.
Yeah, so if somebody signs up as a customer, they'll get emails. It'll tell them how to get little bonuses or to get their subscriptions for free. They have a lot of things like that for customers.
Okay, thanks.
The one thing I would say, though, is the reason why I don't encourage somebody, if they want to run a business, the reason why I don't encourage them to be an affiliate is because if somebody comes in as an affiliate, well, that your fast start bonus period of 60 days starts. And the bonus of $150 comes from your fast track. It's a lot easier to hit it as a pro consultant than it is an affiliate having to enter 30 bills, if that makes sense. So, any other questions for customers or business partners? People looking to become business partners? Oh, good. All right, all right. Well, let's get into the training portion of tonight's festivities and fun. And for those of you that have businesses running here, obviously we're coming into the summer, and sometimes people tend to check out a little bit over the summer, which is fine. We're not here, you know. You all have your own independent businesses, so we're always sort of teaching at the high level because my goal is to get to 7 figures in this business, and so we're always kind of teaching at that level of people that want to earn, you know, multiple thousands per month as a significant portion of the revenue. But that being said, you all have your own businesses, and some people do check out over the summer. But if you're leading a team, what I would say to you is to set up sort of a minimum weekly method of operation. Right? I do this for all of my companies. I don't check out. I make sure that I'm doing something on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. So make sure you guys have a 5-hour-a-week business model. We're going to kind of go over that. And I want to talk about the mindset too, because we have the visionary circle, right? We have a new promotion, and it's a one-shot deal for those of you that have a business where over the next 90 days, so it's June, July, and August. I think it ends on August 30. As you're building your business, for those of you that reach pace setter or put in the equivalent of a pace setter's amount of points, you're going to get into a profit sharing pool of, again, very small group of people. So it's out there for everybody to get, and I can help you guys do that and set up set up the mindset around and set up a method of operation. But as far as mindset in general for network marketing, I want to hopefully shift your mind towards how you need to think about this business. Most of you have either core jobs or core businesses, and network marketing is a part-time thing, right? So in network marketing, the only thing you really need to think about is how many people you're reaching out to. You know, if you're a nurse, then you go into the hospital every day and you got to make your rounds. There's certain things you have to do as a nurse that you're taught to do, and that's what you do to earn money. If you're a roofer, then you're putting shingles on a roof, right? If you're a dentist, then you're cleaning somebody's teeth, and that's what you do to earn money. And it's known. So the dentist goes in and they clean the teeth and they earn money. Well, as a network marketer, the only thing you need to be concerned about is how many people you're reaching out to and how many people you're asking, are you open to taking a look at my service, or are you open to taking a look at the business model? Now, I don't care what those people say, because that's not your business. But so many people that I see in this, actually all industries, even, you know, real estate, a lot of people get connected to results. They get connected to results. This happens even in physical fitness. They say, I want to go on a diet. I want to release a bunch of weight. And they start a diet and they start going to the gym. And 3 days later, they're looking for results. And if they don't have results, their emotions and their moods get pulled all over the place. And this happens both ways. Sometimes people start a diet and they go to the gym, and in the first week, they lose 15 pounds. And they get very, very, very excited, very, very high emotion because they're looking at results. Well, then the reality sets in, your body starts to get used to what you're doing. And the next week you lose a pound or nothing. And now we're looking at results again. And now we get sad and depressed and we get into a low vibration. And you can get pulled around like an emotional roller coaster. Now this happens in business too. In network marketing, you can be reaching out to people. You can have a very, very good week. I signed 5 customers and 2 pro consultants and get super, super high. And then next week, you can take the same amount of activity and not sign anybody or get any customers and get very, very low. And that becomes very, very stressful. People get exhausted. You're burning yourselves out. What I want you to do in life, not just network marketing, in life, whatever you're trying to accomplish, disconnect from the results and fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the process. If you're trying to release weight, then you want to change the foods you're eating and put together, you know, a 5-day-a-week fitness schedule where you're walking and exercising. And then just surrender to the process. Every day that you check off the process, I ate well today and I made it to the gym. Good. Then you succeeded. You reached your goal. Don't worry about the weight. Just worry about the process. And then you get to the end of the week. I put 5 good days together. Good. And then you succeeded. Success. I don't care if you lost weight or not. You followed the process. Now, what happens after 52 straight weeks of that when you're just following the process and winning, 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 check, check, winning, succeeding, right? No different network marketing. You want to have a daily method of operation and a weekly method of operation. How many people today did you ask to take a look at your business? That's the only question you want to be gauging yourself on. How many people this week? Does that make sense, guys? And fall in love with the process. Now I'm looking at Kathy, she's right there and she's having a blast. I mean, her goal is she reaches out to 70 people a day. I know it's 50 to 70, but it's more towards at least 50. And she's got a full-time everything. I mean, she's got 12 maniac kids running around. She doesn't have extra times. It's not that she has a lot of time. She's just gotten really, really good with her systems. She's up at like 5:30 in the morning. She puts out 20 invites. Midday, when the kids take a nap, 20 more invites. And I think 6 o'clock, 20 to 25, like the rest of them. And she's just taking like a half hour. So that is a system that she can fall in love with. Now, at the end of the day, she can just look at the day and say, yep, I did that. And it just feels absolutely amazing. Now, consequently, Kathy also happens to be doing very well. Her results are very, very good. But guess why that is? It's because she surrendered to the process. Right? Now, some weeks she'll sign a few pro members. She's had a week, I don't think when she signed any, maybe she got some customers, but she still did her part of the deal, right? If you want a light to turn on, all you got to do is turn the light switch. You don't have to worry about the physics that makes the bulb express in light. That makes sense, guys? So make sure you're falling in love with the process, even for your core businesses, for whatever it is you're trying to do. Disconnect from results, fall in love with the process. And part of the process I'm going to outline here. So especially as we come to the summer, if you're telling me you want to get to $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000 a month, if you want to have this be a revenue stream, then you will be consistent throughout the summer. You notice I didn't say you'll work 40 hours a week throughout the summer. I just said you'll be consistent. Make sure you have a 5-hour a week business model at a bare minimum. Right? Show up for Tuesday nights here because we do trainings and presentations and you can drive traffic. And as you're building a team, if you're not showing up, your team won't show up so it's duplication. Show up for Saturday mornings. Most of you have been on those. We purposefully do that in the morning so you have the entire rest of the day to barbecue, go to the beach, have fun with your family. Nobody's asking you to stop having fun. Just don't get to the weekend and like buy your excuse. Oh, I worked hard all week. I'm taking the whole damn weekend off. Well, that's fine, but you can't do that and also be successful in this business, right? So what we want to do is set up a system to win. Now, I've seen other people work weekends and nights and like go just balls to the walls in this industry. They're working a full-time job and they're doing like 30 hours a week in this business. So they're working like 80 hours a week. And those people inevitably burn out as well. And a lot of them usually quit. But if you set up a serious, consistent 5, 6, 7-hour week business model, and you stay true to that over the next 3 to 5 years, you'll have a 5-figure a month residual income, right? It's a process. It's just a game of numbers. The business model is, who do you know that has a cell phone? Right? We're so blessed and fortunate. Who do you know has internet? So that part is easy, simple. And if you fall in love with the process, Tuesday nights, Saturday mornings, book a few appointments during the week, connect to the, stay connected to the process and not the results, you're going to get better and better and better. The other thing we do is Tuesdays and Saturdays, we're always training you guys. Believe it or not, we're training you on copywriting. You probably don't know that, but as we're weaving this in, we train on copywriting, visual flow, auditory flow, neuro-linguistic programming. You probably don't realize it, but the language we're teaching you, all of that's in there. I'm looking at my main man, Nolan, too. He's a master at this stuff. Whenever you hear Nolan speak, there's centuries of wisdom coming out of his mouth, and you get all this stuff for free, and you can apply this to your other businesses. So between everybody here that are trainers, and I always suggest Eric Worre's GoPro, Network Marketing Pro. Connect to that, networkmarketingpro.com. Get the book GoPro. Just study a little bit out of that on 15 minutes a day. Listen to the CDs. Get some language. Become a professional. And if you're studying that and you're studying your mind, you're taking action, you're going to be successful.
I like to add, Brian, really fast.
Yeah, sure, bud.
I think you're the oldest. I'm not that old. Seriously, I just wanted to throw that out there. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wisest, yes. I don't know about the oldest. uh, so that being said, I have seen some disconnects that I want to highlight as the teams are getting bigger and bigger. And I want you guys to all realize, everybody here, you're part of the largest, fastest growing team in the whole company. The love, the culture that we have, the humanity, what we're doing, we're building bigger than the whole rest of the company. So you should be proud of that. You're all part of this team. You're all part of that. You're all part of the culture, you know. A lot of love in this family. So be very proud of that. Make sure you're selling that too. When you're showing people this business, don't just show them VIV like mechanical. Oh, here's a bill, here's less money. Think about the community. Think about the culture. Think about what we train. Think about all the additional trainings that we have in here, and sell that too. Sell the community. But it's a process of, especially if you're new, it's piquing interest, using a tool, escalating somebody, and using Tuesday nights or using your upline to help you close the deal. All right, so network marketers are professional pointers. We pique interest. I might send Nolan a text. I haven't seen, hey, Nolan, what's up, man? You still have your television show? Listen, I got a business idea. I don't want to buy you. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit, man. I'd love to just chat and connect. Are you open to getting on a quick phone call? I'll have a phone call. I'll send them a 2-minute video. What did you like best about it? You know what? If you like that, why don't we talk with my business partner? He can help explain the compensation. He can help explain what we do in a 5-hour-a-week business model. I think after you chat with him, you'll be able to see if this is a fit or not for you. Does that sound good? So you just got to learn a little bit of language. Use a tool, use a video, get one of us on the phone. We'll help you close the deal. Once you hear that process enough time, what happens is you have a little bit of a team underneath you, and then you start helping them do the same thing. All right, guys? And I think the last 2 important things, and we'll just open up for general Q&A and stuff. Surrender to the process. Surrender to the process. Network marketing is a professional business. I promise you, it's over a $200 billion a year global mechanism. You are part of one of the largest industries in the world, right? There's more millionaire network marketers, excuse me, than there are millionaire realtors. Think about that. You're in a profession. Most of you might not know that, and the people around you certainly don't know that, but when you start to study this on a deeper level, you'll understand a professional network marketer doesn't really have a problem earning 6 figures a month. A professional surgeon doesn't earn 6 figures a month. Think about that. So you're in an industry that you might need to get a little bit of education on so you can posture up and just understand the professional side of it. And then the last thing is have fun. My goodness, have fun with it. We're in the people business, man. I met some of my best friends. Matter of fact, my best friends I've all met in network marketing now. Everybody else just kind of went away. All of my best friends, the people I love the most, are as a result of this industry. This industry led me to my mentor and friend, Bob Proctor. That one thing alone changed the course of humanity. And what I mean by that is my mission is now to impact humanity in my life here. So I owe all that to network marketing. So just kind of understand the industry you're in. Have some damn fun with it. I always think of Kathy McGee when I think about having fun, because that's what she does. You know, she's like, every morning I get to meet new people. Not every morning I have to prospect. Every morning I get to meet new people, and I never know what I'm going to get. Some of them are crazy and they blow up horribly and she just laughs. Other ones are like, holy cow, how did I just connect with that person? I'm talking CEOs of large companies. I'm talking serious people, because she changed her mindset about it. She didn't say I have to prospect. She said, I get to work from home, sit on the phone and make money. Same activities, different mindset, guys. Does that make sense? What we do here is we reach out to people, right? You're not on top of a roof on a 90-degree day. So why don't we open up for a little bit of Q&A? If anybody has any areas that you're getting stuck on, or anything you want to know about, like methods of operation, how to build your business, how to get to the visionary circle, let's just have a general mastermind and we'll answer your questions.
Brian, I want to add something to that. Even if you can only do 5 a day, And if you do 5 a day, every day, and just build consistency, at least you're doing something. And then every no that you get is not bad. It's good because you're doing a job. And then if you get too many no's in a row, look at your language of your messages you're sending. You might need to change the language around. So that's something I learned from Brian, and he helped me with, is changing the language around, because, and then sometimes if they're saying no, it's because they just don't know any better. They just don't, or they don't want to hear it, or, so move on. Because beforehand I would blame myself in my other network marketing company. But now, I just, it's truly amazing that when you change your paradigm, I mean, it's just, truly, truly amazing. I added another network marketing company, and I hit goal in 48 hours. And I would have never done it if I would not have this training, the mindset training. I just would have never done it. I wouldn't have it's just amazing of how, when you change that paradigm and it's like, who do I get to talk to today? Like Brian said, it is so much fun. I mean, I laugh. It's just, I enjoy it. And I don't look at it as a job. I look at it like, who do I get to help today? And so, but that's something that, 5 is better than nothing. So if you can do 5 every day or 10 every day, that's better than nothing. So.
Well, 5 every day is actually, it's perfectly fine. That's 1,825 people a year.
Yeah.
I love what Nolan says too, by the way. He says, give me 100%. What that means is 1% per person. Like, I want you to seriously reach out to 100 people with the way that we teach you guys, the way we show you, right? And get to 100 people before you're even starting to think about whether this is working or not. 5 people a day consistently will actually build you an empire. 5 people a day consistently is more than I do myself. I want you guys to let that one sink in. Number 2 person in the company for now, Nolan, for now, right? My average is probably 5 people a day. I'll probably, like, most of it happens on a Saturday. I'll reach out to, 30 or 40 people on a Saturday. But if you average it out, I'm probably only around 5, or, you're doing a hell of a lot more than I am. So that's a business plan. 5 people a day is a viable, legitimate, followable, duplicatable business plan. 0 a day is not. All right. I thought there was another question in the chat there. What do we got? Let's see. Chat. Clint, you got a question about placing people. What do you got?
Yeah, so I got a few reps up under me now, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that I'm actually placing them properly instead of just like growing wide. That's really not my plan. I want to be able to, build deep onto some people, help people grow. What is the best process for doing this?
Yeah, it's very, very simple. So all you guys want to do is go 4 wide and then start placing every other person for the rest of your life somewhere under those 4 people.
Okay.
Right now, everybody.
How do we do that though?
Oh, okay. There's a placement tree. Let me, I'll pull it up on mine here. Hold on a second. Let's see.
Hey, while you pulling that up, I just want to talk to Clint. Clint's on my team. So Clint, you have 3 people under you right now. So each one is already placed in their own leg. So once you get that other person, that person will be placed in their own leg as well. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to start putting people under there. And so it's a real simple process. It's not anything that we need to worry about right now. And you have 30 days to place people, which literally gives you, and I'm just going to speak on this really fast. If you have people that you've been working, I'm going to show you a key that'll literally help you build more people, right? Because if you have people that you're going to have to put somebody under somebody at some point in time. So let's say you get this 4th person going. When you get this 4th person going, if they just go ahead and join, you literally could talk to the next person, talk to them for a little bit. This is what I call, and I know this is wrong, I don't care, right? This is what I call punk out marketing, right? So let's say you have somebody that you've been talking to back and forth. I will punk you out to figure out exactly where you are. And this is what I mean by that. Because, Brian will testify, he'll call me someday and say, dude, you got 5 people in one day. I know I did, right? So I work everybody the same process. I go through the same process, the script, the follow-up, the education. I do that exposure after exposure. At some point in time, they're going to start to fall in. When they start to fall in, some of the people that I feel like either need help and they're afraid because they're afraid of their own failure, or somebody that's a big wig, or that they feel like they're high and mighty, even though they haven't done anything yet, they feel like they're high and mighty, right? I'll call somebody and I say, man, I'm following up with you, trying to see what's going on. I hadn't heard anything from you. What do you think? I'm kind of thinking about it. I've already had 3 or 4 people to sign up. I say, okay, man, just let me know. I got some people signing up today. I talk to you first before I talk to them. I probably could put somebody up under you. Oh, well, let me know. Cool. An hour later, I'll call them back. That guy signed up. You ready to go? I can put them up under you. Those points flow straight through you and help promote you and help you get paid. What are you thinking? Now, keep in mind, I got a couple of people already there. Boom. If they don't join at that time, I call them back 2 hours later. Man, this thing is really blowing up. I got 2 people right now that I can put up under you. I've done that all day to a dude till I got to 5 people, because I literally had 5 people. And after, if you don't join and I got 5 people, stop calling here. Like, that's just how I look at it, right? If I went through the process, that's what I mean by punk out marketing, because I'm going to have you show me your cards, and I'm literally going to put those people up under you. That's not a problem. And sometimes people who fall in, and I say, look, if you get in now, I got this person, I got that person. And everybody on my team, they get somebody under them at some point in time. So it's not special treatment. It's not. Because if you're on my team, anybody who knows that, big shout out to Justice League, that they know I'm going to put somebody under them at some point in time. So it's just a way to really build momentum where people, they get that urgency. Now they don't want to put it on the back burner. Now they're like, man, if I was to get in, I would love to have a little boost up to help me get to that next rank, because that's what those points do. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely on point. There's nothing wrong with that. You said, I know this isn't right. That's exactly what it's meant for. That mechanism is meant to help people know that they're not in this alone. If they're not a top recruiter, it's like, listen, you don't have to be a top recruiter. All I want to see is you're doing effort. If you're reaching out to people, you're using the language that we coach you on, and you're doing the things. You're studying a little bit for your mind. You're studying the industry, and you're reaching out to 5 or 10 people a day. I'll build under that person all day long, because I know as a leader that it's only a matter of time before the success mechanism kicks in. That person's going to be successful. It's inevitable, right? Everybody's got a conscious, a subconscious, and a body. If you're studying your industry, you're studying your mind, you're taking action, time becomes the only last variable. You will be successful. So I'm with Nolan. I'll build under somebody. So that's exactly what the placement tree is for, guys.
I see it's a question there, and I feel like the question is, to me, that's the only reason I came back on. It said you wouldn't put someone above someone that joined at a later time, right? I don't know if I understand that.
Yeah, I don't either. You wouldn't put somebody above somebody joined at a later time.
Well, you can't put somebody up. No, oh no, I think I know what you're saying. I would not slip somebody over somebody else, because that person is already placed. So I would because you have a holding tank for 30 days.
Right.
So here's my thing. We have to build under our people anyway, right? And so that's how we kind of manage the legs. And Brian can tell you, all of my legs are kind of perfectly managed, right? They're all about 400 points for each leg, right? So, or 350 to 400. So when I get someone new to sign up, I'm going to place those people. It's just literally placing those people. So I may put a string of people on one leg, and now that leg is a little bit heavier, and I wait till the next string of people to come to say, can you explain the point system? Like how many bills or people need to be submitted to go from 20 to 30 points? Now you can go ahead and explain that.
You
I,
are
I mean, I can explain it.
on the road. No, go ahead, man. Yeah,
No, I can explain. So here's the thing. When you get someone in that's a pro, that pro, when they come in, that's 20 points. And each person should get 10 bills. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people don't know about the 10 bills. The average bill after it's done is about 3 points. Our goal is to have about 50 points altogether. So once we have those 10 points from bills that we get in, we get that jumpstart bonus. But as those bills kind of, I don't know, pass through or get acclimated or whatever you want to call it, then those bills rank up from 1 point, either from 1 to 3 points. So for example, my 10 points went to 45 points. I have some other bills that I'm going to get in. So those 10 points on top of the 20 of being a pro was my 30 points. And now personally, I have 45 points. So it says, please explain the point system, like how many bills or people need to be submitted to get from 20. So you automatically, I just wanted to read it again to make sure I answered your question. So you automatically have 20 points when you come in. The 30 points are from the bills, and then you get points from all the other people that you sign up, and those points help you rank as well. So you go from a P20 to a P40 to a P80 to a P160. And the goal behind what we have is literally to get to a P160, which is 4 levels up. You get 4 people and help those 4 people get their 10 points and help those 4 people get 4 people, and then you're killing it, right? And then you can literally put on a cape and be a magic man like Brian himself, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's perfect. What Nolan's explained is what we call the P160 wheel. So this is not a complicated business. Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got internet. You come in, you become a pro member. That's where you get the 20 points. You upload 10 bills. Half of those could be yours. I know some people that had more than 10 bills themselves. You hit your fast track bonus. You teach 4 people to do the same thing. So it's a business of that. Brand new person comes in, become a pro member. Let's upload your bills, get to 10 bills, start sponsoring people to do the same thing. So that repeatable process, if we're just building those 4 people and teaching them to do the same thing, we don't ever have to do anything else in this company. That will rank you all the way to the top paying positions in the entire company. So it's a very, very, very simple system that we have here. Can you draw a tree to explain next conference, please? I can show you in the back office. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's see.
I have a question.
Hey, Sandra, what do you got?
Yeah, I have a question because I just had a man that wants to become client only, but in the same time, he knows a couple of companies. So he would like to speak to someone else to see what is the name of that little product that saved the electricity?
Oh, the energy efficiency products?
Exactly. So he would like to talk about that with someone, maybe on Friday or Saturday. I'm going to speak to him because he promised, he said that he will upload his bills first. Mm-hmm. And then who should I have with me to talk to that man? Like, he's asking for someone to speak to him because he said that he's so busy that he doesn't have a time to jump into the business because he has a couple of companies. Mm-hmm. But he would like to also, represent that product to a couple of companies that he works with.
Yeah, if you want to do it on Saturday, I could probably take a call with you.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to talk to him on Thursday. I'm going to follow up, and then I'm going to inform you about the Saturday as well.
Okay, perfect. So guys, I'll show you the tree view. You guys all have this in your back office. So like Nolan said, so you can see me up here, and you can see there's just 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Now I've sponsored somewhere over 300 people since we started this business, and all of those people are somewhere in these lines, right? Now, those people are front line to me though. They're front line to me. I still get paid commissions on them, all the bonuses, everything about them. So you got to think of this in 2 ways. Anyone that you personally sponsor is always going to be front line to you no matter where you place them. So placement is for rank. So when you're getting paid 6 levels deep, that's what happens with those frontline people. So what you're seeing here is a placement tree. And if you start to expand the tree, you'll start to see that I coach people, right? Go 4 wide and then build in depth. Now here's an example of a poor soul with almost 9,000 points. Is a buddy of mine who's not working the business, and it goes down. So you can see here that our superstar Whitney here, who I think's on here, I ended up placing her. She's frontline to me, but I placed her a few levels deep to motivate some people upline, right? So now Whitney's got she's coming up on gold partner, and you can see here that she's perfectly balanced, just perfectly balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4 core lines. And that's why she's just very smoothly ranking up, just like Nolan is. So you can see that we're coaching this, but I don't know how many people Whitney sponsored. It's got to be a bunch, probably over 100 or more. And they're all placed in her team. And if I expanded her team, you'd see it goes down pretty deep. But that's, matter of fact, I think I can hit, let's see.
I don't know who you put who you put Whitney under, that poor soul that you was trying to give motivation to. But I would like to have some motivation, Brian. I don't know if
Me too. I agree. Can you place somebody under me? I should have just sat for like 30 days so you could build under me, and then I would get started. That was better for me.
I promise if I find another Whitney or a Nolan, we will place them under you guys. You know what the funny thing, guys, what you got to know about this is, honestly, you don't know what you're going to get when you sponsor somebody or put somebody. That's the funny thing. Now, with Whitney, I knew what I was going to get, but Nolan and I didn't know each other. I did not sponsor Nolan. I did not sponsor the guy who sponsored Nolan. I sponsored the guy who sponsored the guy who sponsored Nolan. And that particular gentleman is not doing that much. But he looked at his back office the other day, and now he's going to start doing something. So it's a funny little business we have here when you start placing people. But that's really the deal, guys. You wanna put those energy into 4 lines so it helps rank you up and helps rank them up, more importantly. So, any other questions before we gotta go, guys? Make sure you're plugging into the system. Be a responsible sponsor. Don't just sponsor people. Hold their hand. Help them get to P160. Help them plug in. You don't have to train them. Just bring them to Tuesday nights. Bring them to Saturday mornings. Show them the love. Bring them into the family, and we'll all work on this together. All right, guys. Any other questions before we go? All right. Well, make it a great week. Again, for those of you that are going after the visionary circle, every single day counts. Don't let a day go by. Don't leave anything in the gas tank, because what you want to do is actually take the most amount of action the quickest, right? Over this 90-day plan, you want to take massive action these first few weeks, so you start to build a team, and then the team starts building all the points. If you do, most people are going to do it ass backwards. They're going to wait to get to August, and oh my God, and I actually do have a chance at this. And then they're going to be driving themselves crazy trying to do all the heavy lifting. A leveraged business model is a compound effect, right? So if you're going for visionary circle, you want to put the gas down, tonight, and just control what you can control, which is reaching out to people. And then let us help you guys close some deals. All right, everybody. So make it a great week. Be well, and God bless. We will see you Saturday morning.